The sun was shining through the trees as Margo, Goldfish, and Ducky Baby skipped happily along a forest path. They had been walking for quite some time and were beginning to feel a little tired. Suddenly, Ducky Baby spotted something in the distance. "Look, a beautiful lake," she exclaimed. "Let's go swimming." Margo and Goldfish were very thirsty, so they agreed. When they got closer, however, they noticed that the lake was completely covered in trash. Plastic bags and bottles were floating on the surface of the water, and there were all sorts of other unsightly things floating around in it too. "Yuck," said Goldfish. "All that trash is really ugly, and it's not very nice for any animals that might be living in the lake. We have to clean it up." Ducky Baby wasn't so sure. "I don't know," she said. "All that trash looks kind of scary. I'd rather we just swim in the river." But Margo was already rolling up her sleeves. "Don't worry, Ducky Baby," she said. "We'll be finished before you know it, and then we can all go swimming together." So Ducky Baby and Goldfish started collecting the trash with Margo, and soon they had made a huge pile of it. But just then, a gruff voice boomed from behind them. "What do you think you're doing?" The three friends turned around to see an angry-looking troll holding a big wooden club. "We were just cleaning up your lake," said Margo. "Oh, I see," the troll grumbled. "Well, that sounds like a very worthy cause, but this here is my fishing spot, and all that trash makes excellent camouflage for my lures. You've ruined my fishing, you dirty animals, and I'm going to punish you." With that, he threw them each into his sack and started to make his way into the forest. "Oh, no," cried Ducky Baby. "What are we gonna do now?" Margo whispered. "I have an idea, but I need you two to trust me." As the troll walked deeper into the forest, Margo, Goldfish, and Ducky Baby followed behind him, keeping a safe distance. They continued to follow him until they reached a small clearing. Then, just as the troll rounded a large tree, Margo yelled, "Boo!" The troll jumped and turned around, and when he saw that it was just Margo, Goldfish, and Ducky Baby, he burst out laughing. "Ha ha," he said. "You scared me half to death. Come on now, let's go fishing." And with that, he cast his line into the lake and waited patiently for a bite. Meanwhile, Margo, Goldfish, and Ducky Baby were frantically searching through the underbrush for something to use as bait. They looked and looked, but everything they could find was either too big or too small. Just when they were about to give up, Ducky Baby spotted a patch of brightly colored mushrooms. "I bet the fish will love these," she said. So she picked a few of the prettiest ones and handed them to the troll. "Here you go," she said. "These are some lovely mushrooms. Would you like to try them as bait?" The troll looked at the mushrooms and then back at the three friends. He said. "That just might work." He took the mushrooms and placed them on his hook. Then he cast his line back into the lake and waited. In just a few moments, his line went taut and he started reeling in his catch. "I knew these mushrooms would work," Ducky Baby said proudly. Soon he had pulled in a huge fish, and the biggest fish he had ever seen before. Margo, Goldfish, and Ducky Baby clapped their paws, fins, and beaks. "Well done," they said. The troll was so happy that he decided to share his fish with his new friends. "You may not be such a bad bunch after all," he said with a smile. And so the four of them sat down to enjoy a delicious fish dinner together. After they had eaten their fill, Margo, Goldfish, and Ducky Baby thanked the troll for the wonderful meal and told him how much they had enjoyed spending the day with him. "You're welcome any time, my friends," the troll said. "And next time you come, be sure to bring plenty of mushrooms." With that, the four friends said their goodbyes and headed back down the forest path. As they walked, they talked about how lucky they had been to find such a nice place to swim and how grateful they were to the troll for sharing his fish with them. They had had such a wonderful day that they didn't even mind when the sun went down and they had to head home. The end.